How's it going, guys? Welcome back to our chase for the championship in the NASCAR Thunder 2004 career. First two races have done all right. Go check them out if you haven't seen it already. Shout out to all the Patreon members, as always, for supporting the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Now, let's get into it. Since it is the third race of the season, we got a lot to do in terms of team management. So let's go look at the shop edition real quick. Still 5 races left on that. But we have to do a lot of overhauls and repairing and stuff. But right now, we have a lot of money right now, so we're going to do a lot of overhauls. There's one race left in the building of the body, and there's one race left in the building of the chassis, 4 left on the engines. So we are going to go ahead and look at chassis 8, and it will go to a 76-76 if we overhaul that one. If we go to chassis 10, if we overhaul that, it goes to 78-77. So we're going to go ahead and overhaul this chassis. It's going to be $665,000, but luckily we have enough money in the bank. Let's go to engine number 9, do the same thing, 78-76, overhaul that 2 races time, get that coming in, and then let's go to the body and let's go ahead and overhaul body number 8. It looks like it's going to get to a 75-70, 2 races time, and now we have a little bit less than $5 million in the bank, I think. We're probably going to go ahead and sell body number 7 and engine number 7 and chassis number 8 when the time comes, but that time is not yet. We'll probably actually have to sell chassis number 8 in the next race, but after the next race, actually. But that is basically what we're doing there. It looks like we're going to be in the high 70s for the majority of like the early part of the season before we get to the middle to late part of the season where we might enter the low 80s, but that's about the highest we'll get. So the low 80s is going to be the highest we get to, because this chassis that's being built is going to be in the 70s. This engine that's being built, I'm pretty sure the engine is like 82 or something like that, but that's, you know, the low range. But unless I make it like 9 races time for it to build, it's not going to get up to like a mid 80s. So high 70s, low 80s is essentially where we're going to be for the majority of this season. And will that be enough to win the championship? That's the key. The good news is we've got a good start on Tony Stewart, so that's the guy we're looking at. We're not really looking at Kevin Harvick. Keep an eye on Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's definitely very important. 45 points on him. We've won the first 2 races of the season. Beautiful. But the real story is Tony Stewart's already in 13th because he's been struggling. He's 113 behind. So now we head into what's it called? Las Vegas, a track that we just consistently are terrible at. And so I am just hoping to get a top 10 and get the heck out of here. It's going to be a good car. This is going to be the best car we've ever had. 78-77, right? And then we go to the engine department. It's going to be a 78-73. Then we go to the body. It's going to be a 77-71. Car rating of 80. We've never had anything close to that. I don't think we've ever had anything like above like a 74-75. So this car is definitely good enough to possibly win, but this track I just am so bad at. So we will see. Like this race right here will determine how good we are going to be this season, because this is a very tough track for us. I feel like I have a lot of horsepower in this thing. Look at the speed, 193 miles per hour into turn 3, but still really this track, it's so flat. You really can't get the car to stick in the corners. Let's see. I mean, it was like an okay lap. Let's see what it is. It is a 30.0. It's not pole. It is 8th. So that still goes to show we have a lot of work to do. That means we don't even get the payment for the sponsorship, because we have to get up to 5th. So yeah, that shows that we have a lot to do. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think I saw Tony Stewart towards the back, so I think Tony Stewart is in front of us. So this is going to be one of, I mean, just don't wreck. That's essentially what I'm going to try to do this race, is not to wreck.
NASCAR Winston Cup Racing has hit the jackpot this week as we come to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for today's UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. What are your thoughts on this race?
I think we'll see lots of green flag racing in this one. The track is wide and smooth, and there are multiple grooves to work with here. Sometimes the cars can get very spread out on this one.
The 83 car has had a couple of incidents on the racetrack with the 2 car.
You know, a little contact now and then is to be expected. The track gets crowded real quickly when you put 43 cars out there. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, okay, Tony's right below us. Elliott Sadler on the pole, which is different. And we have Rusty Wallace, who is a rival that we caused from like last race. So that's going to be a little bit tough. But let's be very careful here on this start. Flat racetrack, the AI are very aggressive. We have a lot more fantasy drivers in the races nowadays. The 119 car, I have no idea who that is, but let's get him out of the way, block Labani, and just let's right out of the bottom here, just protect. All we're trying to do is protect right now. Rusty Wallace, I need some sort of indication. I'm going to try to get behind him. It's minus 58. I don't think he's not going to hit me. I don't think so. Yeah, he's not going to hit me. Minus 58 is fine. Thank God. If it was minus 60 and above, he would have killed me. But minus 58 is fine. Let's not make any contact with him whatsoever to not get him ticked off. There we go. Still right with Tony Stewart. Car feels decent in race trim. We usually struggle with tire wear, but hopefully with the upgraded chassis, that will be better. And right now, I would say this is a very successful start. We usually get successful starts at Vegas. It's usually later on in the race where it gets a little bit tough. But let's get around Jimmy Johnson here. And I will very happily just chill in second place if I can. My guess, I'm trying to back up the corners, and the thing just doesn't turn. But look at the horsepower. Oh, good God. I mean, we just pulled 3/10 down off turn 2. This horsepower is insane. If this is the engine power we'll have for the rest of the season, I will be very, very happy. Watch this power. Watch this. Coming out of turn 2. We are about 3/10 behind. Look at this. I mean, I'm not even in the draft. I mean, that is the amount of power that we have. Unfortunately, I have to kind of brake really early. That was a beautiful entry into 3. And for some reason, I drove on the apron. Okay. Let's regroup. Junior, us, Tony Stewart, the top 3 favorites for the championship, running 1, 2, 3. And, yeah, okay. Yeah. See, I have a lot of power, but the car still does some weird crap getting into these corners. A lot of the time, let's just pull off. I might have too much straight line speed. I just need more downforce. I have too much straight line speed, and I can't enter the corners. Loose in. I hate how flat this track is. Why can't we just have normal Las Vegas now, modern day Las Vegas, put it into the 2004 game, so that way I don't have to deal with this flat track. Trying to get around the outside of Tony Stewart, not going to be able to do it. We're going to have to just brake early because I already struggled trying to get into the stupid corner, and we fall back into third. But again, this is probably one of the top 3 weakest tracks on the entire schedule. Look at that. Oh my God. Man, turn 2, just beautiful. But if we could just get the top 10 and get out of here, that would be a success. So that's all I'm really trying to focus on. We might be able to get back around Tony Stewart. Too tight. Too tight. He's still there. All right, can we pull? And back clear. So I might not be able to actually stay in front of Stewart for long. Holy, loose/tight. But if I could just stay in front of him for a little bit, I will take that. Okay, Tony's falling off a cliff. I don't really know what happened. He's like a second behind us now, and we are catching Dale Earnhardt Jr. Okay, tire wear. So I did say the tire wear is better, and it looks like it is helping us a little bit. Let's see if we can actually go challenge Junior. Here we come, coming out of turn 2. I mean, the straight line speed on this thing, we gain a little bit. 3 and 4 is usually the weak spot, but as long as we can get that thing entered into the corner and just get a solid run coming off, we got the draft as well. And here we come with the power, with the draft, with the slipstream. And 200 miles per hour into 1, back off a little bit as I enter the corner. That's a perfect entry into the corner. Will it turn coming out of turn 2? Getting tight. Had to lift a little bit. Side by side with Dale Earnhardt Jr., our friend. We are allies. I don't want to make him upset. Loosen a 3, and we are in the lead. Okay. This is making me happy. Oh, and we're pulling away. Right front tire is worn. Worn before we get halfway on fuel, which is never the best of signs, but we are fast. This is genuinely shocking me. I mean, we are just Junior is a rocket ship. Look at the gap he's pulled on Stewart. All right, let's not get too excited. Almost drove the thing into the wall. Focus. We're towards the end of the fuel run. The car is really starting to step out now, but again, like I said in the last episode, short pitting is not ideal. Not around some of these places when we're going for a championship. It's a lot different when you're running for a championship versus just trying to finish as high as you can and not care about points. So I'm not really trying to short pit We have a 1 point, I mean, that might be 2 seconds actually. 1.7 second gap to Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the moment. And right now, I am pleasantly surprised. It looks like we kind of evened out like right towards the end of the run, Junior might be a little bit faster, but in the middle part of the run, we were absolutely flying. And to be fair, anything like right now, as long as we don't wreck, right front tires really worn now. So we will pit next time by Books Lewis. Books next time by. It's going to be on lap 25 as Sprague does his normal weekly just occurrence of try to block me for no reason. But no one has come down pit road, so we will have a clean entry to pit road and be the first cars on pit road, which is fine by me. And let's see if I can enter this pit lane. Let's not spin this thing out in 3. The car is getting really loose now on entry. So just trying to be very careful. Don't speed. Don't wreck it on the banking. I'm just going to try and ease this thing down. There we go. And I know I gave up a lot of time getting in a pit lane, but I have PTSD from wrecking at some of these pit lanes and speeding and all that nonsense. I don't want to do that. So pit crew up to the yellow men. That's what I'm going to call them. They're the yellow men. So yellow and black and yellow. It is not good. 8.6 seconds on the right side. It's going to be like a 17-second stop. Looks like maybe 16 seconds. 16.9. 17 seconds. I was right the first time around. Awful stop by the pit crew. Honestly, I probably should have kept the old guys because they are really starting to annoy me. Like, this is... I think they've only had one good pit stop, and so I'm not very pleased. That is Rusty Wallace behind us, but luckily, again, he's not minus 60, so that's good. We've fallen behind Tony Stewart, who is pitting this time by Dale Jr., still on the track and pitting. So Dale Jr. comes down pit road, and we will see what the gap will be. I expect to be even with him, honestly. Or did he not come down pit road? There's someone else who's leading? No, I think Junior came down pit road. All right, we're looking for a red car. I think that is that red car. It is Dale Earnhardt Jr. There he is. And luckily, even with the bad pit stop, we're going to take our lead back. But the gap is going to be closer. So we get the lead back. But it's, is it closer? It's about, it's a little, it's like a few tenths. So we got away with it. He's going to have about 2 lap pressure tires. I don't think that's going to make the biggest of differences. So let's just keep going. Hopefully this run will be better now that I kind of know what the car is going to do throughout the whole run. Oh, yeah, we're faster. Definitely faster. We've already pulled out to a, what's the gap? It is 1.8 seconds. Let's keep building. Dale Jarrett's in 3rd. Ryan Newman is in 4th. Tony Stewart has fallen all the way back to 5th. Don't really know what's up with his car, but he is struggling in the early part of the season. But let's finish this thing out. We're not even halfway through the race, but let's get these lap cars overtaken as quickly as possible. Be careful in the entry of corners and still easily wreck and stuff. So it's not. And I need to stay off the apron. The car just likes to naturally gravitate towards the apron. But the issue is on this game, if you run the apron at any track, it just naturally slows you down. Like there's like a little penalty for going down there, so you can't actually use it. Oh, pit stops. There they go, and they're doing the reverse strategy, and that's going to work out perfectly for me because I was just about to go through like 12 lap cars, and now it's down to 4. 4 point. Ay, God. See what happens when you just try to enter the corner and you think it's just tough. 4.5 seconds to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Definitely the fastest car in the field. That is a beautiful sign. Puts out basically very good hope for the rest of the season that we will be fast basically everywhere. And now it's all about just not messing it up. Lap 40 is 66, about 25 to go. I just got to stay focused. The entry of these corners are still brutal, so just want to make sure that still dealing with that as well. Still dealing with exactly that. The lap cars. The lap cars who want to block. Got to be very careful with that one. All right, right front tire's red. That's the sign. Books loose. Books. We have about a 4.5 second lead to Dale Earnhardt Jr. And same thing. Just don't take any risks. Just gonna cruise this thing in. And there we go. 4 tires and fuel this time, even if the pit crew do give us a awful stop. I don't think it's going to affect anything. I think we have this one in the bag. Final last words. But honestly, I think this one's in the bag as long as there's just no mistakes. The 4 car seems to have blown up or something. I don't know what's going on there. All right, yellow group. Please give me something decent. No mistakes, guys. No, I just want a good stop. You guys haven't been giving me good stops, and you're supposed to be way better than my previous pit crew. It's a 7.7 on the rights. That's good. Okay, it seems good. Everything seems decent. Everything seems good. It's going to be a 15-1. Thank you. That's what I was expecting. That's exactly what I was expecting, guys. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. He is the leader. We are currently 1 lap down, but he should be pitting in the next 2 to 3 laps. So, and to be honest, I might be able to unlap myself in like a minute or 2. Look at the speed difference. Look at this. Oh God, fresh tires plus the horsepower. I was about like a second behind that group of cars right there, and here we come. Just marching our way forward. Hello and goodbye. And oh boy, I'm gonna have to slow down here just because we have way too much speed and we got nowhere to go. Just peel down there. Beautiful scenes. Pass all those guys. And there's that red number 8 Junebug car. You can see just the time that he's losing by staying out on the track. I mean, we are fastest car on the field by a country mile, so not too much to worry about. Junior, if I was you, I would pit. I would come down pit. Wait, if he is pitting. Is he pitting? Ooh, I hit the brakes because he took a line down the back straightaway that might have shown he was pitting. So I didn't want to like run into the back of him. So that's why I hit the brakes there. But I think he's just blocking. Yeah, he is trying to block. I'm just gonna. Oh, yo. He's gonna try and block. We're gonna just give him a little tap and just scoot him out of the way. And we are back on the lead lap. So even if the caution comes out, we are fine. Oh man, I don't even see Junior coming out of pit road. Wow, we are going to be really far ahead of him. I want to see the gap. And I think he's coming out of pit road now if I'm looking at the top right of my screen. I don't even think he's in second place anymore. He ran so far into that run, still took 4 tires, and there's only 10 laps to go. I mean, we're still not in the lead. There's still other guys that have stayed out very late. And if I was them, I would just take 2 right side tires and fuel. Honestly, if you're going to stay out that late, I mean, good Lord. Okay, the gap with about 8 laps to go is going to be 11 seconds. We have an 11-second lead. That's Mark Martin. We just put a lap down. We are absolutely flying. Good Lord. Rusty Wallace. Hey, minus 56. Let's go. It's dropped 2 points during the race, but he still wants to block. But we're coming to 3 laps to go. I'm going to go to the outside lane and just clear this real quick. Thank you very much. And I wonder where Rusty's running. He might be in the top 10. We have a 21-second gap to Kevin Harvick, who is in 5th, which I think 21 seconds. That next group of cars, as I hit the wall a little bit, that next group of cars, the track map, might be where Kevin Harvick is, which means I think Wallace is definitely in the top 10. And I think Kenseth is in the top 10. So, yeah, we have annihilated the field. Absolute annihilation. Combination of good tire wear and just immense horsepower. I mean, the horsepower on this thing makes me genuinely feel like I have Red Bull as a sponsorship and that I have wings. Like, seriously, that's what it feels like. There goes Kenseth. The only issue I've had this whole race is just getting tight off of 2 or entering the corners and being a little bit loose. But other than that, I mean, good Lord. This thing has been a masterclass of masterclasses. It's going to be 3 wins on the season coming to the white flag lap. And yeah, I think we put basically up to the top 10, a lap down. 20 seconds to Kevin Harvick. I want to keep this streak going. This is going to be 3 in a row. I want to see how far we can take this. 1, 2, 3. Can we get to 4? It's Atlanta that worries me. Atlanta's the track that I'm worried about. But with that horsepower, whew, I mean, no one's literally going to show up on the screen. There's no point in waiting. I mean, there's generally no point. Now, like, I know the fans probably want a burnout, but, like, did you guys see the horsepower I have in my car? You think I want to burn the engine for you frauds? Absolutely not. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to go straight to victory lane. I don't know where it is, but that's where I'm going. Where's the goddamn casino machine? Victory lane, where are you? Someone escort me. Is it there? It's there. Yeah, it's right there. There's literally no design around it. Frauds. Bro, there's one small victory lane. They give Las Vegas no credit. There's only 3 rows of fans. He's not standing on the car for this one, is he? Oh, he is. I mean, I didn't think that win was that special. Why are we standing on the car for this one? I mean, it's the 3rd win in a row, but hey, I guess I'll take it. I mean, he looks like he just won the Daytona 500. I just want to know, is there an actual... There's not even a trophy. Oh, we just taking the check and going to the casino. Okay, I understand. Do I have a trophy at all? Is there a trophy for this? There's the trophy. Thank you. Oh, there's like cards in the trophy. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Las Vegas night. That's nice. Let's look to where we lapped up to. We did not get to the top 10. We got to 12th. Matt Kenseth was in 12th. I will take it. What a race. $5.95 million in the bank. And we move on. Now, can we make it 4 in a row? It's the next track that worries me, especially since we're not... Wait, do we have... let's check team management real quick, because I want to see if we're going to have fresh equipment. We might have a fresh chassis, but is it even good enough? No. See, so this was the mistake I made. I should have made the chassis, like, built it for longer, because it's only a 76. We just ran chassis number 9, and that's still better than what we just ran. So we're going to have that, and we're going to have engine number 8. So we're going to have a slightly weaker car at a harder track, which is going to be Atlanta. Can we get 4 in a row? This is the challenge. If we can get Atlanta, I'll be honest. If we get Atlanta, can we get Darlington? Yes. Ooh, Bristol. Yeah, we've never ran well at Bristol, so I don't know if we'll be able to get Bristol. Texas, yes. Talladega, yes. Martinsville, yes. California, yes. Richmond, yes. Lowe's, yes. Dover, yes. Pocono, yes. Michigan, don't know. Infineon. We could literally win so many of these races, in my opinion, in a row if we can get Atlanta and Bristol. That's my new goal. I want to see how many races I could get in a row, because right now, the standings-wise for the championship, it's looking nice. I mean, I know we're only 55 points ahead, but we've done everything we're supposed to do. 550 points. We've led the most laps, like, all the time. It's just, we're in cruise control. Let's see if we can get 4 in a row. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Subscribe if you're new. And if you're watching this, by the way, I'm probably, like, in the middle of moving to Orlando. So, yeah. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.